Agitation.
Agitation, frustration. So as men, we're kind of conditioned to feel one emotion, which is anger. And there's all kinds of other emotions underneath anger. So what we call an inability to detect your internal emotional state is something called alexithymia. Now, there's even research on something called normative male alexithymia. So normative meaning it is normal. Why is it normative male alexithymia? Because this is actually most men are alexithymic. This is what we've discovered. And it's because of the way that we're raised, maybe because of testosterone, who knows? I mean, who knows how much of it is nature nurture? But most men are not really aware of what they're feeling. And so then they'll say, I don't feel a whole lot of emotions. Like I'll talk to people who will say like, I'm a robot, or they strive to have ice in their veins.
Yes.
Right? So we even like glorify the lack of emotional experience. The problem is that being numb to something does not mean that it doesn't exist. Right? So if I give you lidocaine and I give you anesthesia and you can't feel anything, and I literally cut into your belly is open. Just because you don't feel it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. And this is also where we see technology, because now what we're seeing is an evening out between men and women for alexithymia, primarily due to technology, is my belief. So technology, all forms of technology will suppress our negative emotional circuitry, so we're all becoming more alexithymic. As we become alexithymic, now we're in huge problems, because just because you're not aware of the emotion doesn't mean that the emotion doesn't act. And this is why people are so confused about why their life is a certain way. Why can't I get up in the morning? Why can't I just apply for a promotion? Why can't I set limits with this person? And what's literally going on is you have a huge inferno of emotions that are restricting your behaviors that you're numb to. And so you don't realize what's going on, but what people feel is just paralyzed and stuck. And they don't realize why they can't be like these other people that are disciplined and hardworking. Like, why am I not like this? Why can't I just get out of bed and do what I need to do? Well, there's something else that is motivating you to not do that. And that's usually an emotion that you're blind to.
It's so interesting. It's like a vicious cocktail where people, first off, don't want to feel emotions because it feels bad for a lot of the time. Secondly, we now have the tools to be able to hide ourselves away from them. And then thirdly, there is this glorification of the rational robot. So almost a looking upon emotions as being second-class signal, vulnerability, weakness, like a lack of sophistication as well as a thinker.